Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pairfect. I am Dinah Ventura.
And I am Jojo Silvestre. Today, Dina, we have a very special guest. Because it's Women's Month,
Mm-hmm.
we chose to have someone who's very well known as a woman artist.
Mm-hmm.
She's multi awarded and she has works that have to do with women,
Mm-hmm.
women's issues, women's concerns,
Mm-hmm.
and who can best do that
But,
except this lady
yes.
whose sculptures of men, women, and everything else
So,
beautiful and so they look so real. As I was telling you a while ago,
mm-hmm.
she did a sculpture of a former boss of mine,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I was
Enter.
entering her room, she was seated on the floor. So I began talking to her, and then I realized it was the
A sculpture?
Julie Lluch sculpture.
Wow.
It
I
was
can't
so alive. Yeah,
really. Wow. Can't wait to meet her.
yeah, yeah. So may we present to you Miss Julie Lluch. Hi, Julie.
Hello.
Good
Hello, Dina.
afternoon.
Hello, Jojo.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon,
yeah.
Well, we're very
everyone.
happy. Yes, we're very happy you're here with us this afternoon. Let's have a little conversation about your work and all the your advocacies and all the themes that you like to do for your art. So let's start.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
get it going.
You know, I've always thought of how a woman
Mm,
could really make it big. Not that I have my prejudices,
okay.
but it's just that it's really amazing that Julie has become so well known and so respected and so admired.
Mm,
I wonder how it all began for her. Can we go back to your childhood? Was
mm.
it something that you already loved to do as a kid, creating artworks?
No, in fact, it was the last in the long list of things I wanted to do as an artist. I wanted to become a dancer, a
Oh,
singer, a
oh,
writer,
oh,
everything, including I wanted to be a mime artist, but
Oh.
wow.
it didn't work. I mean, after I got married, I thought I can't do these things anymore with children coming one after the other. I
Mhm,
thought I've lost hope. I said, and I
mhm,
almost lost my mind. I mean,
mhm,
Oh,
not to be able to express myself as an artist was
mhm,
like, you know, it's just a doomed life. I mean, it's the
mhm,
end of you. And then one day I saw this potter, a potter, demonstrate his craft
mhm.
with clay on television, and I said, that is what I want to
oh,
do.
Pottery.
So I
Mhm.
became
okay.
a sculptor.
I
Okay,
see.
okay,
Wow.
okay.
Okay. So I'm curious. Like you started out expressing yourself really as an artist after you got married. Well, tell us a little
Yes.
bit more about your husband and how did he influence you to get into it
Oh,
yourself?
my former husband, and I wanted to paint, so I chose sculpture. And then I saw this clay artist doing his thing on
Mm-hmm.
television, and that was a turning point.
I
You know,
see. Okay.
so it was clay really that dictated my career. I think it started.
Yeah.
It all started with clay as a
Okay.
medium,
Okay.
for which I think I made myself an advocate of.
Mm-hmm.
You were living a very quiet life as a wife, and then all of a sudden you saw something on television. So tell
Yeah.
me about that part about you saying for yourself that show and wanting to do exactly as the artist was doing.
Yes, it wasn't exactly a quiet life because, as I was saying, I I I I, I yearned to become an artist, but there was no outlet. And then
Uh,
until I saw this guy on television, and I said that is what I was want to do. I want to do clay art. So the
Clay
following day,
art.
I bought a bag of clay and just instinctively mixed the clay
Oh,
with water, and I was on my way. And
okay.
then there was no stopping me anymore, I guess,
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
until such time that the clay ran out. The clay ran out on me. I couldn't get clay anymore. The kind that I love, the Ilo black clay that has the superior
Mm.
kind of clay. That is why in my present show,
Mm-hmm.
I'm using a different medium. It's not clay anymore.
Okay.
It is. What is it?
Cold cast marble and
Marble.
painted marble. Cold cast marble.
Okay, but that those are two very different things. One is malleable, the other is
Yeah.
quite hard, solid.
Oo. You have to make pukpok, ano?
Oh.
Oo.
Okay, I'll just make a clarification regarding the marble thing.
Okay.
Um, it's not the marble block,
Okay.
the
Okay.
pure marble block that is quarried from say Romblon.
Mm-hmm.
No, my medium is cold cast marble, which means that it is a compound
Mm-hmm.
of resin, fiberglass, and crushed or
Oh,
powdered marble,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
sometimes mixed with other kinds of stones like calcomine. And this is casting. So I don't do any hammering or
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
things like that.
So
Okay.
you just use your hands?
It is casted. And then
Cast.
um, mm, mm. in this particular show, I painted on my marble
Yes.
sculptures. So
Mostly.
Okay,
it's
okay.
really a melding of painting and sculpture.
I see.
These are bodies, right? They are bodies of
Figures of
yeah, yeah,
people,
Yes, torsos
torsos.
and body
yeah, yeah.
parts,
Body part.
limbs,
Yeah.
arms, chest,
Mm-hmm.
legs, dismembered.
Okay.
What inspired you? What made you work in this collection?
Oh, from the outset, I thought I'd do something like a protest. So
Oh,
I have felt very strongly against killings, especially EJKs,
Mm-hmm.
political killings, and I thought this is really the content of
Mm-hmm.
my show.
Okay.
So I used um, the image of the spoliarium of Juan Luna,
Mm-hmm.
which I did a sculpture version of,
wow.
and I painted narratives and
Mm-hmm.
some tattoo styles on the
Yeah.
works.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
um, that is the driving uh, intention of the work. It's a protest
Okay.
show.
Julie, I'm wondering, has that always been your style? I mean, you always put some kind of social context or a message into your art from the beginning. Has that always been the way you did things as an artist?
Yes, I think my art tend to be activists and political,
Okay.
and mainly in the past, when I was doing clay and terracotta, I was known to be a feminist artist,
Mm-hmm.
and I deliberately really made feminist art, which I thought
Okay.
should be considered as a specific genre, in the
Mm-hmm.
same way that social realism is an art genre. I thought feminist art should be a genre.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Um, yeah,
So
I'd like to clarify also when I say feminist, and it is ideological or political,
Mm-hmm.
that there is an agenda on the part of the artist, and that agenda is to create um, consciousness. Let's say
Okay.
feminine consciousness in the women,
Mhm.
and we aim for a change, not only in consciousness, but also in society in general.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I suppose you have your followers in that genre, no? Have you been mentoring some young female artists towards this direction?
Well, we have collectives and we have organizations,
Okay.
specifically the Kasibulan,
Okay.
which I co-founded in
Mhm.
the mid 1980s. So this is a group of women artists
Mm.
that exists until now.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, can you tell us a little bit about your formal education? You took up, we understand that you finished philosophy at the University of Santo Tomas.
That's
Ha-
right.
yeah, so how did
I
you,
majored in philosophy and English
Wow.
lit.
Wow.
see, okay. How did you train for the arts? Did you take formal lessons before, during summer?
I married one. I married an artist, and that's how
Okay.
it started.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And it's always been like learning from the job for you. I mean, you went into it right away, went into the pottery art, and then how did your art grow through after that? How did you, what did you envision for yourself
Um,
once you started?
I think it's just one thing following another, one thing, following the other. And
Mm-hmm.
it seems that there's even no planning at all. It's
Mm-hmm.
just um, what is there before you, in front of you, or it's the call of the times. It's not anything that I decided um, from the beginning.
Okay.
It's just uh, responding personally to to what is happening around you. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the function of an artist.
Yeah.
You are like a barometer of the times.
Mm-hmm.
You reflect the times,
Mm-hmm.
and by responding to it as meaningfully and as honestly and sincerely as you can.
Okay.
I
That's
think that's what art is.
okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You know, you chose sculpture as your discipline, no? As your art. Did you ever think of becoming a singer, an actress, or are the other arts a part of your becoming who you are?
I wanted to be a torch singer. Oh, that was on the fantasy level. Uh, and oh, I envy the writers. I've always wanted to write because I love
Okay.
literature,
Yeah.
and I I guess that's what I do uh, on my free time. At this stage in my life, I can no
Mm-hmm.
longer dance or sing, but I can still write.
Okay. All writing, Jojo.
Okay.
But why sculpture? Why become a sculptor in the first place? Why that? It's generally considered a man's art. Was that some kind of a protest also of a woman artist against male arts? I don't know.
I think it's because of clay. Like I said, clay really dictated everything. After I discovered it and I fell in love with it,
Mm-hmm.
and there it just led one thing led to the other. And in fact, I did some work that traditionally belonged to the man's turf, like
Mm-hmm.
making um, monuments.
Mm-hmm.
So I did some projects in monuments, and I love doing it because I thought that it was a privilege to participate in in the act of honoring our leaders, our great eminent statesmen and heroes.
Mhm.
I love that, but it was too physically demanding.
Imagine making monuments.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm curious now how long it usually takes you to finish a work. Is it
Yeah.
different for each collection that you make?
It depends on it really depends, you know, on sometimes when I like the work so much, I don't sleep at all and I just want to finish it. And for this show, for instance, where I have
Mhm.
I think a total of 19 pieces,
Mhm.
took me 5 months
Oh,
to
Wow,
complete.
19.
Yes,
Plenty.
yes. So these are painted sculptures. So that was quite fast,
Yeah.
and that this was because I had to work every day.
Okay.
what goes into your creation? Like, do you have a ritual before you start working with your hands? Do you pray? Do you meditate? You worship on a
Um,
star, or
I, I don't have things like that, but I do pray when I work. I mean, it's the Bible says that you have to pray ceaselessly. So even while I'm working, I pray, and if talking about some exercises while working, I listen to music.
Okay.
oh,
What kind of music? Rock
I
or
love I love I love baroque music,
oh wow, okay.
oh,
but
okay,
otherwise I can listen to pop, and I can even listen
oh,
to Yo-Yo Guillaume. It's a
Mhm.
oh,
favorite of my children when they were young.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
Mm.
Philosophy was your college course.
Yes,
Has that extended to your art? Has it
yes,
influenced,
yeah.
contributed?
I'm sure, maybe subconsciously. Mm, yes. Um, I don't know how to answer, but I think philosophy figures in everything we do. Uh, but it depends on the kind of philosophy that you adhere to. Um, I'm more interested in theology these days more than philosophy.
Hmm.
And, theology is the queen of the sciences, and the philosophy is just a handmaid of theology. That's what
Mm.
my philosophy professors taught me.
Okay. Wow.
That's from a UST perspective, of
I
course.
yeah.
I'm a Thomist, you see. I'm from the University of
Yeah,
Santo
yeah,
Tomas,
Yeah.
yeah,
so theology is above philosophy.
yeah, yeah, that's right. She has a daughter or daughters who are as talented as she is.
Mm.
Tell me about, there's one. Where I'm not
There are
really,
three,
there are three who are all artists. Tell me
yeah,
about them.
equally talented artists.
Okay, okay.
Well, my daughters are Sari and Abba and Curie, and they are all practicing artists. Yeah. Uh, and yeah, they are all feminists, and they
Yeah.
produce works that are um, not just feminist, but that uphold women's rights and women's dignity, and they even go beyond feminism. They go into human rights and things like that,
Yeah.
Mm.
Did they?
whether it is in music or sculpture or documentation or film.
Oh,
Mm.
And
wow, wow.
yeah, they are into that.
Did they all?
Film, documentary, and installation art. Yeah, very varied practices.
Did they all go to the Philippine High School for the Arts?
No, they went to UP,
IUP,
and in high
okay.
school they went to Jasons.
Ajasams,
Ayun.
yes.
Yeah,
Very
Yes,
creative.
yes, yes.
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 That's a
And
good
they are
school.
still very much into art practice even now.
Mm.
Okay.
They are very active.
Okay, but they have
The times, hmm,
are they
sorry,
full-time artists?
yes, yes,
Wow, that's nice. Huh?
filmmakers, yes.
Yan. Okay.
What's your advice to them? How should they?
Follow their heart and uh, um, I think I always tell them to um, in every um, um, in decisions, in life decisions, they have to make sure that they make the right decision every time, every single time.
Yeah.
So, in order to do that, to make the right decisions, they have to have the right values. So,
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing in life. You have to have the right values, and then you ask, where do you get the right values?
Yes.
And being a Christian, I'm a renewed Christian. I always say the source of all truth and the source of all values is scriptures. Even our constitution always go to scriptures for values.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, values.
Yeah. So when you decided to become an artist, did anybody say don't, or did you have everyone's support?
Um, I owe it to my parents. They just really let me choose what I wanted, and they have given me this freedom um, to choose what I want in life.
Oh.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. Yeah.
I suppose that's also how you were when your kids were growing up. You just encouraged them to pursue what they were passionate about.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And early
Even
on, they wanted to become artists like you as well.
yeah, my my firstborn, she said, "No, I'm not going to be artist like you. I mean, I'm not going to be a painter or sculptor like you." So she became a filmmaker,
Oh,
Oh, nice.
okay.
and well, this world belongs to them now, and um, I'm just happy that we belong to the same, I would say, social and political and activist trajectory.
Yeah.
I think I think we have one mind, and we know what we want, and we have more or less the good values, love the country, always to serve the country with your work. You know, your talents are not for yourself. The Bible says again, they are to be used for the good of others,
Yes.
for the good of society.
Have you had to deal with other women artists who may not share the same philosophy, the same idealism
You.
as you do? Yeah.
Yeah.
As you.
Did I have to deal with this?
Yeah.
Yes, but I made sure that um, the people I go with and the friends I make, we share the same sentiments and the same outlook about things.
Yeah.
You know, so
Of course.
ganun.
Yeah.
Kailangan, di ba? You
That
have
makes life easier.
easier. This is getting more interesting.
Yes.
I
it
want
is.
to ask more questions, but before we do, let's pause for a short commercial break.
Iba ng panahon, ang dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ano bayan, bigger, better na. You can buy it sa centers, pati sa mga partners, may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still phone remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayad.
Viber is the free and secure way to connect with friends and family anywhere. Send messages and make phone and video calls for free. Download Viber now.
Welcome back to Pairfect. Here with us is still our famous woman artist, Julie Lluch. Julie was telling us that she wants to surround herself with artists of the like mind. You know? Now, I wonder, Julie, if some people have been very supportive of you. Like do you consider some people your patrons?
Oh, wait. Mm, in the sense that they are, because in the art world, when you say patron, they usually refer to collectors, you know.
Yes, yes.
And no, it's not like that with me. Um, I um, I don't have patrons, but I do have a set of friends who are very supportive, and of course gallery owners also who have really also supported my career all through the years. Um, I'd like to mention my set of friends. We have they are a group of artists and writers and poets, historians, and academics, and we meet regularly for discussions. But usually we call ourselves the Church Cafe. We discuss social issues and current books or poetry, but most especially we discuss the Bible. And so that was what kept us together. And I really treasure these friends very much. And they are also my inspiration. But other than the friends, um, my family. Yes, my
Of
family.
course, yeah.
Of course, yes.
Yeah. Would you like to mention some of your friends, their names?
Oh, Church Cafe. They have Faye Mangaso, who have a
Faye.
historian.
Yeah.
She has published books and books for high school and the degrees. And you have Alma Miklat, who's a writer and an author of books also. Oh my God, I hope I don't miss anyone. Babette Lalarga, who's a journalist and a great poet, and Maria Meclat, who's passed on, and Menchi Sarmiento, who's a writer, and she's a critic for the movies. And oh God, I hope I didn't miss anyone. uh, Jenny Laguna, who has written novels, and Barbara Dakanay, who is my favorite journalist, and Jenny Jenny Juan, who was really she's an artist, and Anton Juan also sometimes join our group. The great Anton, the stage director. And there's Manu Calya, who's a musician.
Oh.
And sino pa ba? Ano? Papatay na pag nakalimutan.
But it's
yes,
such an
but
interesting group, no?
Oh, very
Yeah,
diverse.
very interesting. And
There's Imelda Kahiten Dias, my favorite painter, and her husband Johnny, and later.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Let's talk about your work. I mean, you mentioned people who are really good at what they do, and you are famous for your sculpture of people. So we want to know what goes into the creation of your masterpieces. How do you inject life to a piece of
Wood, yeah.
Wood.
Or resin of
or
that.
yes, clay or whatever material you choose.
But how do I put?
Life into it.
Yes.
Oh, I guess it's what's in you, the life that is in you. You just pass it on to your artwork. It's what's in your mind and in your spirit and in your heart. That's what you put into your artwork.
Mm.
Is it
And then
draining?
also
No, please go ahead.
and the inspirations also. Like for this work, I was inspired by these men and women who tirelessly, quietly, and passionately work, you know, for truth and justice, helping the victims of brutality that's committed in our land, and even putting their lives on the line. So I am inspired by these men who love their country very deeply, that they would serve, you know, even at the cost of their lives. So this is what inspired me. And then secondly, for this present show, I'm inspired by the Spoliarium, the great painting by Juan Luna,
Yeah.
of which I did a sculptural version of. Uh,
Spoliarium.
that's very ambitious and very the temerity of it, I said. But I used the Juan Luna sculpture as a symbol of our country in travail, our country in the hands of um, of powers that are oppressive and are unjust and unrighteous. So the Juan Luna imagery figures very strongly in this work of mine. It serves as a leitmotif in all my works.
Okay.
Then speaking of inspiration,
Okay.
Yeah. You have been commissioned for all these beautiful sculptures of yours. Uh, have you had to do something for someone who may not agree with you in terms of principles of your ideological preference and all that?
oh yes, there are many, even among artists and intellectuals, they differ, you know, but I respect their position, and that's all. It's just a matter of respecting each other's
Yeah.
position and just doing what you think is the right thing to do.
For
That gives
yourself.
me
Yeah.
peace.
Uh,
Gives me a great sense of
yeah.
peace
Mm.
to have done what I thought was a duty, because I did this work out of a sense of duty
Mm-hmm.
and at a sense of outrage.
Mm. Oh,
So
okay.
I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
all. That's important.
Yeah.
Most important.
One
Yes.
should be happy. So, are we playing a game?
Yes, Jojo. Let's try and lighten
We're
our.
having a game.
Okay, okay. We'll mention some names of sculptors, and then please tell us what you like about their work or how you would have done it differently if you were to do it for them.
Yes, or you take their place.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Example.
Okay, we'll try.
Don't put me in the spot.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
Shall
start.
we start?
Yes.
Okay. Ed Castrillo. What do you think of him?
Oh, I love Ed's works. One work especially, and that this is Arsenio Lacson Monument in, I
Wow.
think, somewhere in Binondo. I think it's best work he did.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
How would you have done it differently if you were Ed Castrillo?
I did, in fact, I did two Arsenio Lacsons. One
Oh.
one is one is along the Rojas Boulevard. The one who is seated and reading a newspaper,
Oh.
and then the other one is right in the quadrangle, or what is it, of the City Hall in Manila.
Oh,
I did two
okay.
arsenio.
Wow.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
that's great
So
to
she did
know.
it differently from.
Yes. Very interesting. Okay, how about Solomon Saprid? Tama ba yung
Okay.
aking
Yeah, yeah.
pronunciation?
All those.
Kayo ha? He's famous for his stick balance.
Yes, mga
And
ganon-ganon.
Mm-mm.
And
Would
would
you?
he
what?
have become something else if he did something else?
Who? I beg your pardon.
Solomon Saprid, how would you have how would you have advised him to if he decided to change his specialty?
Oh no, you don't do that. But I love his gomborza. Is that
Agumburza.
steel sculpture right across the National Museum?
I
I don't
see.
know
Oh,
if it's still
okay.
there, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's
yeah.
also one of his most famous work.
So
Yeah,
that's
his
by him.
Galing.
mm,
Oh,
We
oh.
yeah.
should have photos taken of
Yeah,
those, of all the things that we are learning today. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, the third one.
Arturo Luz.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a sculptor. Oh yes,
Oh,
he is. Yeah.
yeah. Now and then
Okay.
he used to.
Okay. Uh, yes, I respect him very highly. That his sculptures, I was just amused. He did a series of sculptures, and you know what he did for his model?
Mm-hmm.
The paper clips, and he just folded them any
Oh,
way he wanted, and
wow.
he just enlarged them, and that's a sculpture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Iba
paper
naman.
clips.
Oo nga.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
how about Ramon or Lina?
Oh, Ramon. Oh, I love his colors and um mm, I like a lot of Ramon's works.
Mm-hmm.
They're very luminous
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, very very nice to the touch.
Okay. Now this one, Guillermo Tolentino.
Oh, he's the foremost. He's the best. He's the best.
Yeah.
Way above all of us.
Oh, really? Oh,
Oh.
okay.
About Isabelo Tampinco.
Mm. Oh, he's very collectible and but very difficult to source his works.
Mm.
Oh,
Very
oh,
difficult.
kasi naman. Oh. Oh, this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you like him. Napoleon Abueva.
Oh yeah, he's a mentor. I mean, I used to visit him in his house
Oh.
in Tandang Sora,
Mm-hmm.
and then when the time that he was still around in the Dinah Beauty, he would send the ladies flowers. I'm a good friend of his children,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Amihan
Yeah.
and Lawin and Duero. And I love Cher, Billy's wife. I'm
Okay.
very close to them.
Okay.
And this one.
Jose Rizal.
Oh my God. um, he's the Renaissance man, as we all know.
Yeah.
And I think there was nothing that he could not do. And his sculptures, I love his sculptures. I wish he had done bigger ones.
Mm.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
he has one of these death over something, victory, something. But well, Rizal is mine,
Okay.
the love of my life.
Oh.
Ah,
I
okay.
hope you don't forget somebody. I'm just waiting for you to mention the name of that somebody.
Okay.
Uh, who is that somebody? Because I was thinking of Julie Lluch.
Yes, of course. She's right in front.
How would you criticize Julie Lluch? What do you like about her work?
No, I don't want to answer the question.
Okay, okay. So who do you have in mind?
Hmm?
Who do you have?
We have wonderful women
Ah,
sculptors around that you
Agnes.
did not mention.
Agnes.
There is Inday Kadapan.
Okay.
There is Impi Pilapil.
Impi.
Yeah,
I was
Impi.
thinking it's like
And some
the one in
younger
Conrad.
ones.
Yeah.
And course, and of course, Agnes Arellano.
Yes, yeah,
She's
yeah,
she's my muse.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
everybody's muse.
yeah. Okay, okay, yeah. So tell me about each of them, just briefly. Impy, for example, is she okay?
What do you mean? Is she
I mean,
okay?
she's very well. She's
Yes,
okay, okay,
she's continues to work,
okay,
uh,
okay.
but but she's, I think, very she's publicity shy. I don't see her at all, not even on
Okay.
social media.
Mm.
Inday Kadapan has passed away, but she has wonderful wood works.
Yeah.
She did a sculpture of Rizal in wood, wonderful. And Agnes, of course, she's she's the like I told you, she's the muse. She's so
Mm.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And her works are so
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 beautiful.
wonderful.
Okay.
Are you seeing Impy soon?
Hmm?
Are you seeing
Oh no,
Impy?
I haven't seen her for years.
Ah, okay. You know, I won an award,
Mhm.
the Philippine Star Lifestyle Journalism.
Yeah.
There were 10 of us, and
She
we had
made
a trophy from
oh,
her.
Okay.
But
Mm.
I don't know how I lost it. Someone got
Mm.
interested in it.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
because it's an Impy Pilapil.
Mm-mm.
So I'd like to
Yeah,
see her.
she's abstract.
Mm-hmm.
She does abstract sculpture.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. She has one in
Mm.
Conrad Hotel, I think
Ah,
now.
really? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Well, can you tell us a little bit more about Chronicles of Skin,
Okay.
your current exhibit?
yes.
Okay. I don't think it's a very popular show with a very popular subject matter, but I thought, like I said earlier, that it was something I thought on my conscience and that I had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's the the show expresses my personal anguish,
Mm-hmm.
anger against rampant
Killing.
killings, no,
Mm-hmm.
that is still unresolved.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, in this show, I just wanted to maybe enjoin people to at least not to forget that a monumental crime has been done against our people, and we should not just forget. We should help the poor, the helpless, and the downtrodden
Mm-hmm.
to uh, to seek for redress and justice, and it is our moral duty
Mm-hmm.
to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Julie, just a PS to our questions, the different sculptors. Among the young ones, I can only think of Kawayan, for example. Who do you think who are the most promising ones among the young ones?
They have different styles. Hawaiian has already made a name for himself
Yeah.
in the international circuit. No,
Okay.
so he's on his way, and
Okay.
of course, his father, our national artist,
Yeah.
Kidlat Tahimik, is well, but his father. So
Okay.
um,
Yeah.
I can only say that that Kidlat has really done a marvelous thing with his children.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is Dato a sculptor? Dato Aureliano? Is he a
Dato.
sculptor?
Yes.
Yeah. What can you say
Yes.
about his work?
Hmm. I enjoyed the fun works he did. He was very playful, and I also love his music. He is a wonderful
Yeah.
composer for music.
We
He has
should
done
guest
wonderful-
him.
I know.
Yeah. And he's into Anino, shadow play.
Shadow play. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. You would love to have Dato here. Can you suggest someone we should be interviewing?
Yes, somebody we should know about and be talking about.
They're all good, huh?
An artist.
Yeah. Your daughters
Yeah,
to start
you
with,
think
of
that?
course.
My daughter Kiri or Isa or Abba.
They're all good,
But maybe
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Imelda.
Okay.
Imelda Kahite and Daya.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So, we're
We're winding
winding
up.
down. Yes. So I want to ask you, as a woman artist, what are you fighting for?
Uh, what am I fighting for? Um, of course, there are so many things that we we want for our country, because I think our country is a messiness, a quagmire, and there's only one thing: a return to righteousness,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
and to a return to faith, godliness,
Okay.
Yeah.
and to the right Christian values, which should start from the top.
Mm.
And we have many sins that we have to repent for.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm speaking very spiritually,
Mm.
um, because at the bottom line, that is what it is. No?
Mm.
All our problems and all our troubles are because of unrighteous governance and whatever. Whatever. We need to move forward
Mm.
into this peace loving, righteous country that we want for ourselves
Mm.
and for our children.
Okay. Speaking of children.
Yeah, but let's talk about two two matters of legacy.
Mm.
First, what do you believe is your legacy to Philippine art? And secondly, what are you passing on to your daughters as artists? Let's talk about Philippine art first.
What am I passing? The legacy I'm passing?
Yeah, what do you think is your
Um,
legacy to Philippine art?
I think that the use of clay as a major um, what you call this medium for art. No, clay used to be just regarded as a traditional,
Yeah,
the medium for lesser kinds of arts. No,
yeah.
but I think I have tried it, and I've done major works in clay. So clay is a local medium, and you have a lot of it. It's all over the country, and it is just waiting to be explored
Mm.
and to be maximized. So
Okay.
first, not clay, and then I think uh, more. I think a more sincerity, more more seriousness in pursuing artistry.
Yes.
Sometimes we forget that we have to sell our artworks in the galleries, but I think as artists, our most important duty is for excellence. I think
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
artists, we should really aspire for the best that we
Yes.
can give,
Mm.
excellence in our pursuit in art.
Okay.
Because then it will take you everywhere,
Mm.
and that is what art is for. Art is not for the mediocre. It's for the best. When you say art, it's the highest level of human endeavor and achievement.
Okay. Thank you so much. How about your daughters? What would you like to pass on to them?
The same, like what I said, you know, sometimes they have to make a lot of sacrifices.
Mm.
Sometimes their works are not saleable, are not commercial, but they are able to convey and to get across what they think is needed in our life and society.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Very.
yeah.
It makes me think. Jojo, yes, about
We become
yeah, I mean, you have to be serious, like Julie said, about what you do.
when you
Diba?
listen to Julie Lluch,
Oh.
you become a better person.
Julie, any message to women who would like to be like you, like Julie Luch?
Yes.
Oh, I think I just want to make what you call this, an announcement.
Okay.
Since this is Women's Month,
Mm-hmm.
and there are a lot of shows featuring women all over town. I'd like to mention especially a group of artists. They call themselves Bloom, and they have an exhibition at the Expo, Cubao Expo area.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I love it
Please come
there.
and
Yeah, me
please
too.
come
Okay.
and watch and
Okay.
look at their works.
Okay.
Very interesting, very varied, and very serious ladies.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that
Women
ongoing until the end of the
Yes,
month?
yes,
Okay.
until the end of this month, and even beyond April, I think. The name is Bloom.
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 Okay, okay. I think I'm going to give that to myself.
Okay.
That's my birthday gift to myself to
To
go there
visit.
and see
Yes,
for myself.
And
yes.
come to my exhibition in a gallery, Stephanie.
Okay.
This is
Shangri-La.
in Edsa Shangri-La.
Shangri-La. Yes.
Okay, we will. We will.
Okay. Okay. Let's pass by.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So thank you so much, Julie, for joining us today. It
I want to
was-
thank you with all my heart.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too for joining us, because it's not every day that we have such a special
I know.
guest.
I,
and-
I feel so honored, actually.
yeah, yeah. It was a pleasure having you.
Okay,
The
so
same here.
watch Pairfect every Friday, 2 p.m. on Daily Tribune's Facebook and YouTube page.
Once again, I am Jojo Silvestre.
And I am Dinah Ventura. And this has been Pairfect.